ho, 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 ho. Do I feel good today? What is up, DTL Universe? As you can see, we are no longer in the friendly confines. Your boy is on the road this week for the FedEx Cup playoffs. The St. Jude, they're playing in Memphis, Tennessee. DG's backyard. He'll join us here in a moment. But we never take a day off here at DTL, or at least we try not to. We are here live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and on demand on the weekend starting September 5th for all of you crew members. DTL After Dark 3 nights a week. We'll be sending that schedule out very, very soon, and in the next week or so, some other big announcements. Also, do not forget that coming up this Tuesday, we launch DTL, the podcast, every single day, separate 20 to 30-minute show, diving deeper into the picks we make on the morning show so we can educate and entertain across the board. Now, as you guys know, every Wednesday and Thursday, my partner, my five-tool player, he is off for much-needed days off. Got to keep the mind right. Now, yesterday, the brand had a fantastic day, and I mean a fantastic day. Look at this. On the screen, 6-2, our man Soupy, who's already in the chat, shooting strays at DG. I respect that. But also the stay on your toes live plays, cashing with the coach. Yesterday, I felt kind of bad because I threw out that Cubs Guardians. Probably shouldn't have done that. Then I would have gone 2-0, but I'll take a 2-in-1 day. I'll take a 2-in-1 day. Now, as always, the man that's always looking over the show, that loved it more than anything, is our man Howie Schwab. We always have a crew play of the day that you get to select today. Here's what we're looking at. We need you to vote, and then we'll tell you what the play is at the end of the show. National Orioles over 9. They did cash this yesterday, which was nice. Or we can go under 9 with that same game. Or how about the A's and the Mets over 8.5? A's looked great last night. The Mets scored 4, could not cash the 4.5, but I think today they score some runs. So those are your 4 selections. Participate. You guys know it's all about family. It's all about the community. It's all about you. But as always, I got the best crew in the damn game. So without further ado, it is now time for the picks. We may have frozen. Can everybody still hear me? Yes?
I can hear you.
Yes.
You can hear me? All right. So sometimes you have tech issues. So I'll still bring the crew in. Look at this. Now, before I even get started, because Subi's in the chat, any questions, put them in the chat. We'll try to get to as many as we can in real time. But when I'm looking at these 4 faces, Raphael, I got to start with you, our numbers guy. Good morning, first and foremost. Last night, I get back to the hotel before I had to run back to the airport, and Club America, 3 goals in the last 15 minutes of the game to cash. So I thought today you should get our 15 seconds and maybe educate the audience on units as opposed to actual cash money. Good morning, Raphael.
Good morning, Coach. And I want to say thank you because your text woke me up to realize that I won that ticket last night with Club America because I fell asleep on the couch. I pulled a coach. But let me turn my head and talk to someone that's talking about units. So you don't discuss units when you're talking about sports winnings and stuff like that. You want to talk about cash and cash only. Most people don't know what a unit size is. Most people don't even know what money management is when it's come to sports gambling. But, and I'm going to put this really, really carefully, if you're going to show a winning ticket on social media, cover the dollar amount, because I can guarantee you the man upstairs is probably watching. And if you get audited for something else that you did, then you're probably going to be, there it is, a trophy.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Raphael. Are you talking about this? That yes. DG sent the entire chat to brag about? All right, let the chat know, DG. You sent this off. What the hell does this mean? Yeah, I'd be doing the same damn thing too. I'd be like this too.
Listen, yesterday was a good day.
Spanish.
I didn't know that you were going to eat my Cheerios this morning and be mean to me, but I had a great day. It was a 67 unit day yesterday. Hit on some big parlays, and so whatever your unit size is, it could be 20, it could be 50, it could be 100, whatever. Just times that by the unit, and that's what you'll get. But yeah, I don't want to put the money out there. I'm not trying to get audited. Listen, I've listened to Raphael a long time ago.
Clearly you did not, because you did that this morning. And if you have And Raphael was like, I think like it was like a $400 win, so 67 units. So his unit size like $3. He's betting like $3 a game. Nice job, DG. Woo! Woo!
With a record of 7-18 next to the unit size, at least cover the 7-18 record.
It was parlay long shots. It obviously paid off.
Done. Seabass, please get us back on the right track. Did you have a 67 unit day yesterday, like your boy?
I only if we're talking about bourbon. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Units. I knew where DG was going with that, but good morning. Yep, we're here. New. It's been.
I can tell Steve Bass is ready to go.
Listen,
Steve Bass is ready to go now.
Ready.
Now, finally, the man. And yesterday, I openly questioned you, Charles, and I will publicly apologize because that Bodo Glimp first leg they scored 1 goal, and I said, "Are you worried about the fact they scored?" You go, "No, coach. This is going to be a wide open game." And then I get a little text message, and all it said was 2-1. That's how you drop the mic, big boy. That's how you drop the mic. Good morning, Charles.
Morning, Coach Crew. Yeah, they come through as expected as well, but I definitely want to congratulate everyone on their nice day, especially Soupy, who swept as well. He's usually not here. He usually sweeps, and he's not here to take his victory lap as well. So excited about today. Big weekend ahead as well. So very excited. Nice weekend ahead.
Solid, Charles. Very solid.
Solid.
Right,
yeah. I felt it coming as it was coming
that's
out.
Okay. Yeah. That's all right. We're kind of stumbling out of the blocks this morning, but hey, you have those when you're on 365 days a year. But you knew that Soupy would be in the chat to brag about his 2-0 day, and he is. In fact, by the way, you know who also is in the chat, Raphael? What teams did we do yesterday as we continue through our 24 days of the NFL today? What were the two teams yesterday, Raphael? I can't remember.
49ers, I think, was the main team that we did yesterday. Someone wasn't in the chat. I don't want to mention any names.
DG's cohort in crime. But guess who's back this morning? As fate would have it, taking shots at me that he went wakeboarding last week on vacation and that I couldn't even get out of the water. I ski not only with one ski, but I can ski barefoot. Don't come at me, big boy, because I can do it all. I'm hearing myself echoing. All right. So let's put the slow start behind us, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another day as we are stacking our cash, getting ready for September 5th as we get ready for the NFL. So, Charles, let me come over to you because there is one game that kind of sticks out. Not a busy day on the pitch today, but there's 2 very big name teams. Let's start right there.
Yeah, the UEFA Super Cup is here. What it does, it features the Champions League winner and the Europa League winner, which in one corner we have Real Madrid with newly acquired Kylian Mbappe, who joins Los Blancos, who averaged 2 team goals away from home last season. And Atalanta, they averaged 1.5 team goals on the road over that same span of play. Each team are geared to score goals, and I expect at least 3 today. So with both teams contributing as well. So I have a triple H pack with the over 3 full-time goals, both teams to score, and I'm going to put in the Atalanta over 3.5 corners, which they averaged 4.7 last season, and Real Madrid allowed 3.7. So UEFA Super Cup, Real Madrid, Atalanta. This goes off at 3 p.m. Eastern.
I love this one. I think Real Madrid is going to be a team that we talk about a lot this year, especially with Mbappe coming over with what's he making? 50 million a year, 60 million a year, something like that. Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Something like I looked at his anytime goal score, but it's juiced. It's like minus 130. Yeah. So I
can't play that in the preseason, so to speak. You can't play the anytime goal score. Charles, thank you very much. All right, Raphael, let me come over to you, big boy, because it is now getting into the part of the week where we do things a little bit differently, including a little bit of horse racing. What do you got today, sir?
I specifically chose this race, Saratoga Race 7, because I kind of wanted to educate at the same time. $10 exacta box 1369. Now, the one horse, there's 1 and 1A. There's an alternate. You get both horses. So now you're actually getting 5 horses when you're paying for 4 horses. Really like the one horse. Awesome Annie Marie, 4-1. I just think she'll probably hit the board. So she could probably beat the favorite, the 5-2 horse Fontana Freddy. But again, paying the price for 5 horses when you're only paying for 4 horses, it's a really, really nice value. So definitely jump on that one. And then a sprinkle on your toes. Little League World Series starts today. Text out yesterday, a huge line move. Hawaii minus 5,000 when they open up minus $3. But keep an eye out for Mexico to the first game. They opened up as a small favorite. Now they're the underdog at plus 129. I like Mexico's bats. They're probably going to want to play small ball. They bunt a lot. They move runners over. So keep an eye out for Mexico at plus money today.
I never thought we would have a breakdown of Little League Baseball on the show, like more than just. So you think Hawaii is worth a sprinkle to win it all at plus 5,000?
For today's match, I think they dominate today. They could easily win it all to win the U.S. bracket. They're plus 175 to win the U.S. bracket, but I think Tokyo and Chinese Taipei will probably win the Little League World Series. I like the international team at minus 120 to win it all.
All right, there you go. Hashtag it pays to watch live. Hashtag educate and entertain. Raphael, as always, thank you very much. Now, we may be needing to fill Tuesdays and Fridays coming up because apparently Soupy does not know when to shut up. He is in the chat and he writes this. Coach doesn't ski. He pushes the water to where he wants it to go.
Just log
It's
off.
not even funny. And he clearly, this week would not be the week. Would you guys agree? This would not be the week to take a shot at the person who controls the schedule? Just a thought.
Well, I think he's actually praising you. It's like the most interesting man in the world. You know, the Dos Equis guy. He's saying
Good
that
try,
you
Steve Bass.
the water.
I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. He's not coming after me and giving me a compliment. You know him.
He does that often though. He's whereas DG gives it to you. Soupy, never mind.
On that note, Seabass, let's come over to you. You got 2 big plays today. Talk to me.
Yeah. Well, first I want to know how come we got states that you can't bet on college player props, but we can bet on 11 and 12-year-olds at baseball. But anyway, we're going back to MLB today. There's a couple of day games, but we got a big slate today. I like 2 guys to get over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs today. First one is going to be Andrew McCutchen. He's done this in 6 of his last 10 games. He's 2.44 per game since the All-Star break. He's got 44 hits in 44 hits, runs, RBIs in his last 18 games. So I like Andrew McCutchen here. And I also like Jose Altuve. Same 6 out of his last 10. He's hit this number. He's averaging 1.91 hits, runs, RBIs since the All-Star break. Plus, he's got a pretty decent matchup going up against Zach Little today. He's 4 of his last 5 against him. So Andrew McCutchen, Jose Altuve, separately, not a parlay, but separately, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs.
Yeah, I'm actually taking the Astros again today in a hashtag stay on your toes play because the Astros are absolutely on fire. Last night, me and Soupy hit the first 5, and we hit the entire game. Lean into the hot teams right now. That's one thing that when you get to this part of August, ladies and gentlemen, lean into the teams that have something to play for, motivation, and are moving forward. Stay away from the bad teams like the Pirates last night. 3-0. I mean, those are teams just stay away from either way. All right. Now, DG, coming over to you. Because I love when I see a guy that at the beginning of the year we knew absolutely nothing about. And now, even though the A's suck, they have a really good player and a really big-time hitter. Talk to me.
Brent Rooker from Germantown, Tennessee, right where I'm from, Coach.
Oh, no.
Listen, we're going to go with the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 105. I believe it's now ticked up to minus 110. Still a good number there. He's had 2+ in 5 of the last 6 games. He's hitting .295 versus left-handed pitching. But if you look at the last 9 games that he's went against, just a left-handed pitcher in general, whether it's 1 at-bat, 2 at-bats, 3 at-bats, he's had either a hit, an RBI, or a walk in 8 of the last 9 matchups versus left-handed pitching. So go ahead. He loves left-handed pitching. He's going to tee off today as well. All right, let's go to the walks parlay. And, Coach, I'm going to keep moving here. Ronel Blanco for 2+, as well as David Peterson for 2+ at plus 127. Ronel Blanco's had 2+ in 17 of the last 22 games this season. But going against a Houston team who is ranked 7th in walks drawn just on the season. They just had 2 against Blanco in his last meeting on August the 3rd. And then David Peterson, 2+ walks in 12 of the last 15. And then against the A's are the number 1 versus drawing walks right now versus left-handed pitching. So both guys to give up 2+ walks at plus 127.
All right. I like somebody in the chat, speaking of Blanco, I like the full game because Little is the starting pitcher for the Rays. He's not bad. So I don't want to play against him in the first 5. I like the full game for the Astros for whoever asked me up there. By the way, DG, I thought I would wait just to see if maybe you would do it on your own. But, guys, do you know what this week is in Memphis, Tennessee? Do you know what event is this week in Memphis, Tennessee? Anybody raise your hand? Anybody got the answer? Anybody?
I do.
Yeah, DG, you in the back row. What's this week in Memphis, Tennessee?
It's the FedEx St. Jude Classic. It's the tournament. Honestly, it's the best in the world, the top 70, or maybe is it 71? I saw the 71st player maybe. But it's going to be a huge turnout. It's literally a mile from my house, and my coach, my boss man, hooked me up this week with some tickets. So I'll be there every day.
Yeah. I had to pull the thank you out of him publicly. I got to pull it out of him. But also, we have a very special episode of DTL Golf today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Turn on your notifications. Me and Steve Scott will be taking care of you, all your best bets leading up to the top 70, not the top 71. The top 70 will be playing in Memphis tomorrow. And I better have a picture so we can put it on the show with you going behind the 18th green or something like that, because you are hosting tomorrow. So take care of your business, sir. Take care of your business. By the way, some of you think that DG can beat me in basketball. Stop it. I'm coming after all of you today. As you can tell, very little sleep, very irritated. All right, now, we are smack down. Everybody got to go, correct? Everybody's good? Didn't forget anybody? No split, Charles? Everybody's good. All right. Now, smack dab in the middle of our 24 days to the NFL. Yesterday, we had the NFC West. We had the Seahawks. Excuse me. We had the 49ers, and we had the Rams. Today, we go to the bottom of the NFC West. So, without further ado, it is now time for 24 days to the league. All right, we're going to start with the Seattle Seahawks. Last year, they were third in the NFC West, a 9-8 record in the offseason. Pete Carroll, he is no longer there. That era is over. Mike McDonald is the new head coach. He comes over from Baltimore, where he was the defensive coordinator. The number, according to DraftKings, is 7.5. Raphael, it is juiced way to the over at -150. We going over, under with Seattle.
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked that the over is -150. I love this under right there. You said Pete Carroll's not there. It's a new regime, and I'm just not sold on this new regime. Their offense going to be okay. Defense going to be really, really bad. Yes, they won back-to-back seasons with 9 wins, but that streak ends this year. Just not sold on that defensive side of the ball. And I just don't think Mike McDonald, not the singer, but the head coach, is not going to do what Pete Carroll did to motivate that team when they're going to need it. So they're going to be playing from behind a lot. So I'm not sold on the Seattle Seahawks this year. I know we have a Seahawk fan in the chat. I apologize, but this is going to be a long season for you this year.
What did we talk about, Raphael? Stop.
I just wanted to apologize to the guy.
I like a little edge to my Raphael. A little edge. Little edge.
Sorry.
Little
Feel
edge.
bad for the guy.
Yeah. We'll get over that. By the way, Soupy is keeping it going as always. You know, it's like telling the joke and then explaining it. Coach could spot DG 10 points in a game to 11, and I'd still take him at -2. Kind of like Debo Sanders. Doesn't make sense. I understand what he's saying, but the math doesn't make sense. So DG, as a frick, continues to go after you. How about you tell me? We going over? We going under with Seattle?
Yeah, I'm going to go under as well. And for the same reasons that Raphael was talking about, you're talking about an offense that's going to be fun. So if you're a Seahawks fan, I think the offense is going to be more fun this year than it was last year. But I think Geno Smith is going to come back just a tiny bit. But also that defense is not good. Losing a guy like Bobby Wagner as your linebacker, the kind of the heart and soul of the defense, that's going to hurt. And so I know I love, as Joe Everett's saying, Ryan Grubb, who is with the Washington Huskies. That is the reason I like the offense. I think the offense will be fun, but there's no way they get out of the first 5 looking good. And at that point, I think they keep trailing down from there.
I like it too. All right, so we got a couple going the same way. Big Cheesy says, Debo Sanders, who the heck is that? Maybe show up live yesterday and you would know what we're talking about, Big Cheesy, out there on the lake. All right, Seabass, big boy, coming over to you. We got 2 unders so far. Where are you headed?
I'm on the over on this one. For the simple fact, like Raphael and DG both said, the offense is going to be fun. And we've seen this before in the league. You can win games with a good offense. I think they're going to put up points this year. I see DG's play there, Raphael's play for their props there, both of which I liked. I actually like them at 3 games in that first 5. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I've got them at 9 wins. So I'm going to take the over.
Wow. So we got 9. So we got 1 over, way to the over, a couple games to spare. So, Charles, are we going to make it even or 3-1?
That's 3-1. I'm on that under 7.5 wins as well. Because just looking at the schedule, the schedule makers didn't do any favors. Lions, Packers, Bears, Falcons, 49ers twice. The Rams and Cardinals will always be tricky. Then Jets, Dolphins, Bills. So, yeah, I could see 7-10 max as well. Rookie head coach and Geno at quarterback. Yeah, give me under 7.5 for the Seahawks.
All right, solid 3-1 there. Raphael, go.
Just for Seabass, last year the Seahawks were 4-1 on points or wins with 3 points or less with a bad defense. I don't see that going on this year. I just think their defense is going to probably lay some bad eggs.
Wow.
I look at it like Pete Carroll he's an offensive guy, right? He's not. I don't look at him as a defensive guy anyway. Not that this new regime is, but I don't know. I like I said, I like him at 9 wins again. I've actually got them second in the division. So
the discussion that you're hearing right now.
Talk about it in week 12. Put him on the board.
Well, Seabass thinks he's going to be around in week 12. That's a good assumption. That's a big assumption right now. That's all I'm saying. But that discussion that you just heard, the little back and forth as they discuss their plays and why they think teams, you can hear that on the brand new DTL the podcast, which launches on Tuesday. Make sure you download everywhere you get your podcast, and it's global. So if you go to New Zealand, guess what you can still hear? DTL the podcast. You're welcome. Now it's time to talk about props. Props for the Seahawks. Raphael, I'm coming back to you. There are no apologies for the props we're playing today. Where are you headed, sir?
Yeah, Demi, DK Metcalf. DK had a really good yesterday. I hit this prop bet yesterday, and DraftKings decided not to do their fee. So if you're a DK, had a great day yesterday, but I just think the way the Seahawks defense is going to be so poorly that their offense is going to need to be on the field to catch up with their bad defense. So I just think Metcalf and Geno Smith would probably have big numbers. Not saying good years, but big numbers. So I'm just taking this one. Metcalf would easily do this. His back-to-back seasons he's done this. So I'm a little bit shocked that this wasn't a little bit higher, maybe 1,020 or something. But wow, just price with laying only 3 nickels, I thought that was way bad of a number.
I like that, too. You really find some good ones here over the start of this 24 days to the NFL. Real quick, I forgot to tell you that AB, who's off today, he's on the Seahawks under, and then Tyler Lockett, the other big-time wide receiver for the Seahawks, over 4.5 receiving touchdowns on the year. That's plus money. I love this play, too. He's been severely underrated his entire career. That entire Lockett family going back 25 years to Kansas State. I covered them when I started in Wichita, Kansas. All the Locketts, very underrated. All right, Raphael's gone. AB is gone. Charles, let me come over to you because we're going to go the other side. What do you got?
Devin Witherspoon. I'm going to grab over 1.5 interceptions. I was looking this up. He only had 1 last season, which was surprising, and I expect this defense to be on the field pretty much a large majority of the game as well. So I think he can get at least 2. Devin Witherspoon over 1.5 interceptions at plus 150.
All right. Tony likes Raphael's play. See if anybody likes Charles's play. Seabass, coming back over to you. You're playing and this is one of the new bets that a lot of sports books are getting creative with. Why did you find this one? And explain it, please.
Again, back to me liking their over 7.5 wins. Just looking at their schedule, the first couple of games are pretty easy here, in my opinion. I think they go to New England and win. We'll give them the loss at the Lions and a loss for the Dolphins, but I think they beat the Jets, and I think they beat Denver in the opening game. So I like them at 3 wins.
All right. DG, what say you?
Yeah, if you look at the schedule, just like Seabass was talking about, if you'll move your mouth while I'm talking, so it seems like that you're talking. Denver, they're going to open up with Denver at home, which is fine. But if you go look at the rest of the schedule, they go to the Patriots. I'm not saying that's a hard game, but then you have the Miami Dolphins, and then you go to the Lions, and then you play the Giants and not the Jets. I just think that they have to have 2 wins there in the first 5, and that's it. I don't think there's any way that they're going to have 3+ wins, and so that's why I'm there at the plus 250.
All right. By the way, Soupy loves Devin Witherspoon. This kid, last year, if you don't know who we're talking about, he came out as a rookie and played like an all-pro, like right from the jump. He is a shut-down corner. He says, I think he's ready to establish himself as a top cornerback in the league, maybe the top quarterback in the league. I love me some Witherspoon. Charles loved that play. By the way, we've got some people already getting in the showdown spirit, wanting to go after each other back and forth. Don't worry. We got a little bit of competition coming in the NFL season, and we're going to be doing a lot of things for charity. So if we have showdowns in the chat or with the crew, all the money will go to Saves Wings starting September 5th. All right, team number 2. And my goodness, I could not believe this number when I saw it. And it is what with the Arizona Cardinals? We're talking 6.5. And last year they were all of 4 and 13. And either producer man is frozen again, or I forgot something. Because there we go, frozen. So 6.5. But again, Raphael, it is juice to the over big time at minus 150. Kyler Murray, he was catching strays when Patrick Mahomes said he was taking his Xbox to training camp to play video games. Don't do that for Kyler Murray. He wasn't even in the conversation, but he is now. Are we going over? Or are we going to go under?
I like the over. I don't like the price of it at minus 150, but I just think the Cardinals are going to be a much better team. 3 of their 4 wins came when Kyler Murray was behind center. So I think he's going to have a big season. He doesn't play video games that much anymore. We already discussed that. I just think the offensive line will be much improved. Again, minus 150. This one's kind of a hard swallow pill, whatever you want to call it, minus 150. Look at my other prop bet on this one because I just don't see them having 6 losses. I think they're going to be anywhere between 6 and 7. I couldn't even see 8, but I just think it'll be a much improved team. Because again, if Kyler Murray stays healthy, they're going to win some games, especially at home because they have nothing else to play for because their hockey team already left.
All right, that's true. And new owners and all of that. So 1 to the over. AB is on the under 6.5. So let me come over to you, Seabass. So we've got 1-1 so far. Do you like the Cardinals as far as this is concerned, or are they going to have another 4 and 13 year?
Yeah, like Raphael said, the line is big. I've got them at 7 wins, which, sorry, Raphael, I know what you're going to talk about later, but that's where I've got them in this season. So for me, that's not a play I'm going to make from a betting standpoint. Too much juice on that. Plus, it's right around the total. I don't have enough wiggle room there, but I do. As long as Kyler Murray stays healthy, I think they can win some games. I still have them at the bottom of the division, but we'll take them at over 6.5.
All right, 2-1. So Charles, let me come over to you, big boy. What do you like here?
Yeah, I'm going with the under 6.5. They could really start 0-8. Look at the schedule. They start out the Bills, Rams, Lions, Commanders, 49ers, Packers, Chargers, Dolphins. Then they get the Bears.
Wow.
Then that's where they could get their win. Then the Jets after that, week 11 through 17 gets a little easier. But realistically, I could see them going 0-8 to start this season. So under 6.5 at plus money for the Cardinals.
Man, when you rip off the teams like that, DG, it's very possible they could be 0-8. What do you like here?
Yeah, I love the under for sure, because if you look at this schedule, just like Charles was saying, like I wanted to take them at 1 win in their first 5 weeks, but the only time that you look at their schedule, it's very backloaded to the point of maybe some winnable games. But at that point, are they too far out? If you start off 2-8 or whatever, at that point, you might be done for the season. And honestly, I just think Kyler Murray is the most overrated quarterback in the National Football League. So I have to go under on him always.
My head still explodes every time I see the contract that he received from the Arizona Cardinals. He must laugh every time that check comes in. He goes, I got him. Oh, man, it is brutal. Also, what is brutal is you need to teach your boy, DG, how and when to talk trash. Because I make the announcement about our donations that we're going to be making to Saves Wings, fighting cancer every single day. And your boy, Big Cheesy, says, oh, coach, he's going to make a lot of donations with those showdowns. But yet, the last time that we went toe-to-toe, face-to-face, and stood like this, your boy was taking him down at the Super Bowl. So you can't talk trash, Big Cheesy, until you take me down, which is not going to happen. ever. DG, you and your boy talk before the show. It just ruins my flow. All right, now let's go to props. Raphael, coming back over to you, big boy. You're going to go an exacta, but it's not horse racing. Talk to me.
No, I like the Cardinals. Zach wins at 7 as Seabass stole my thunder at plus 370. Great hedge bet. And there's no way the Cardinals are starting off 0-8. I think they can beat the Rams. There's no way they're going to lose to the Washington Magics. So I just don't think that's going to happen. If I can get anywhere between 5 wins by the 1st of December, I think their schedule is favorable because they play the 49ers and Rams in the last 2 games. The 49ers could be resting for playoffs and the Rams could be waiting for their vacations to start. So if I can get anywhere between 5 wins early by December, then I can start hedging off because, again, plus 370 is a nice ticket to hold for exact wins at 7.
You got to watch my boy. You listen to him all the time. It's the reason he's the numbers guy, because you can always – it may not mean you're going to win the entire bet. When you start hedging, you guarantee a profit. What do we say here at Driving the Line? We just want to win more than we lose. Very, very simple. Now, I'm coming back over to you, DG, because Jeff in the chat says if Murray gets hurt, the Harrison prop of DG's is not going to hit. The backup quarterback stink. Are you worried about that at all with your play?
Plus 700 play, I'm really not worried about anything because if he is hurt, it is what it is at that point. But Marvin Harrison is going to be their number 1 receiver. And as long as Kyler Murray's healthy, he's going to be throwing to Marvin Harrison Jr., who is one of the best route runners and can also take the top off. And so I think you have to look at this at least because of the plus 700. If it was plus 200, no, you should stay away. But because it's plus 700 and because you do have Kyler Murray there potentially running out underneath the people's legs to throw a touchdown pass to Marvin Harrison, I think you have to play the guy here.
Now, Kyler's catching strays out here in the streets. All right, Raphael is gone. DG is gone. AB likes Kyler Murray to throw a lot of interceptions. You know those late 425 games out in the desert, and you see those game updates. It's usually Kyler Murray throwing a late interception for the Cardinals to lose. At plus 100, even money. Raphael, go.
Rumor has it that the Cardinals will bring in another quarterback after the wire when people start releasing players, when they're shortening up their staff, because there's no way they're going to have just Riddler and what's the other guy's name? Clayton. I can't think of his last name. I know his first name is Clayton. There's no way they're going to have him as his 3rd-string quarterback. So look for the Cardinals to get another quarterback when people start trimming rosters.
Are you hearing any names at all yet?
I've had, but I have not confirmation on the names. I don't like to, when I get one source, I always need to get a second source before I start throwing out names.
Interesting. I wish everybody did that.
Wow.
All right, Charles, let me come over to you. What prop do you like with the Arizona Cardinals this year, sir?
I'm gonna back up what I was saying. Like I said, I could potentially see them going 0-8. So I'm going to take 0 wins after the first 5 regular season games at plus 750 for the Cardinals. I'm standing by it. Great number. I could definitely see 0-5 to start the season.
Don't get hot. Damn. Don't get hot. All right. Seabass, coming over to you, big boy. I'm looking at AJ.
My baseball plays are still up there, but luckily I remember what I sent in because I'm prepared, coach. And so I like the Arizona Cardinals under 375 points on the season, 375.5 points on the season. They only scored 330 last year, 2nd-year offense. Yes, I know they've got Marvin Harrison Jr., but a lot of this is going to rely on Kyler Murray. We've got the 9.5 interceptions here. Charles likes them to not win any games early. I also agree with that for a little bit. I don't think they're going 0-5 or 0-8, but a lot of close games. Kyler Murray likes to force that ball at the end of the game. I just don't see them. They've only done this in 4 of their last 10 seasons. Have they scored over 375 points? So I like the Cardinals under 375 points.
All right. Very, very good. All right. Everybody's gone, correct? Everybody's good with their props, their over and unders. It continues tomorrow. I don't have the teams in front of me, but this is going to be every single weekday leading up to September 5th. We'll do 16 days of teams and then 8 days of divisions. You guys seem to love it. We're going to keep doing it. Yes, Seabass, please go.
It's Bills-Dolphins tomorrow.
See, that's what I'm talking about, guys.
I'm prepared.
Coming
Ready to rock.
That's a man who wants more days on the show. Thank you, Seabass. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
What do they call that? Teacher's pet? I like it.
Today. Yeah.
Just today, not tomorrow?
Today. Listen, I got to mix it up a little bit.
That's true. You do have to mix it up. All right. So we're done with the NFL, but there's a lot of you that were not here at the top of the show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm actually in the Eastern time zone right now, not in the Midwest where the FedEx Cup is. Again, DTL Golf later today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. But we've got best bets right now. The whip around, as always, brought to you by Reagan, the movie.
Welcome to your life.
You can run from a bully for so long,
There's no
but after a while, you're going to have to stand up to him.
What did the president know, and when did he know it?
I am about to start the biggest war of this century.
You told me you wanted to make a difference in this world.
What would you have me do?
I want you to fight.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wants to rule the world.
Just about 2 weeks away. We all need to go see Reagan the movie. Our partnership with that company has just been amazing. So thank them for that. We've got a lot more movies coming this fall. All right. This is the fun portion of the program. We like to say, who's going to go the yard today? We've been hitting a lot of these lately, Charles. So here are our choices. Only 2-day baseball games today, but the man on the screen right there, Bobby Witt Jr., my new favorite player, they are the first game. I'm betting the over, by the way. Didn't give that out. Love the over Royals and Twins. They've just been scoring a lot of runs. So Yordan Alvarez of the Astros, plus 200. Aaron Judge of the Yankees, plus 225. Bobby Witt at plus 325. Like that number. Vlad of the Blue Jays. They've been feasting on the Angels the last couple of nights. And then Matty Olson at plus 500. So, Charles, where are we starting today? But he's not on mute, though. I don't know why he's not on mute, but I think
Bobby Witt Jr. plus 325. My first one, they got me. I'll be dang.
I'll tell you what, when the show goes off the rails, it might as well just go off the rails. So that's all right.
Yeah, I expect plenty of runs.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Hopefully we got those $1 bills ready to go, because we're going to be putting a lot of them into that kitty. All right, so Bobby Witt for Charles. Raphael, where are you headed today?
You named it. Guerrero Jr. has been feasting on the Angels pitching, and a win is going to be blowing out in that game. So I'll take Vlad Guerrero Jr. plus 375 because he's working for a new contract for next year. So I think he closes out the year big because I don't think he wants to be a Blue Jay.
He has been on fire as of late, hitting yard balls. Yard Goats is the Hartford team. I was like, man, is that the same team? It is. Charles, you're catching a lot of strays from the chat. Now, DG, your boy thinks Aaron Judge hits 300 today. Do you?
I'm tired of betting Aaron Judge. I'm over it. Just hit the ball already. I don't want to lose any more money. I'm going to go with Vlad Guerrero plus 375. The wind is blowing out against a guy who probably one of the best hitters in the game right now. And so I can't run away from Vlad.
All right. Very good. John says, so taking the Royals Twins over until it doesn't hit, John. I mean, they haven't been close lately. He's been 13, 14, 15 runs. All right. Seabass, coming to you. Who's going to go the yard?
Yeah, I like Yordan Alvarez today. I was looking at him for some other plays. I think he's got a great shot to go yard today, but also Shohei Ohtani. I got to play later on in the Crew exclusive that's not on Ohtani, but Frankie Montas gets lit up by quite a few Dodgers, so I like Ohtani as well.
All right, very good. By the way, Crew exclusives, if you guys know, if you're not a member yet, it's our little premium club, and we encourage you to join because not only do you get a little separate 5 to 10 minute episode every single day, but also DTL After Dark 3 nights a week starting September 5th. Also, the video portion of our new podcast 5 days a week will be a Crew exclusive. Tons over there. Best value in all sports betting, and it's not close. All right, let's recap one nugget, 10 seconds or less for all of those who either forgot, who were not here. Charles, let's start with you.
You did it again.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't even
0 for 2.
Don't
0
say.
for 2 in
Darn.
one day. I got you, Coach. But I got a rebound right here. UEFA Super Cup. Real Madrid. No, we're not letting this one go. Atalanta over 3 full-time goals in both teams to score. And Atalanta over 3.5 corners. I could see a 2-2, 3-1 type final score in Atalanta with at least 4 corners in this one. UEFA Super Cup. Mark this one down. No more mutes. You won't see it again.
Wow.
Ooh, I like a fired up Charles. It's coming in
I
hot.
do like, yeah, Raphael, I agree with you. I like fired up girls too. John in the chat says this show's had me cracking up. I love it. Puts me in a great mood. John, that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be serious all the time. At least that's what they tell me. Don't talk to all the OGs at the other shows that are getting canceled everywhere across this great nation of ours, but not us. Sorry, I had to take that shot. Raphael, I also want to take a shot on a $10 Exacta box. How do I do that?
Yeah, I love Charles. Look like the old Bruce Lee movies right now, talking with no sound. But I'm going with the Saratoga Race 7 $10 Exacta box 1369, and I've already explained it. The number 1 horse, you get 2 horses. So you're getting 5 horses for the price of 1. I think the 1 horse easily hits the board. So we're going with $10 Exacta box 1369.
Wow. Charles, you are now catching strays from Soupy. It's not just DG. Soupy says Charles turned it all the way up to a 4.5. Wow. What is he doing today? What is he doing, Charles? Any response to Soupy?
He's on a roll. Let him roll.
Let him roll. DG, you're up.
Going to hometown kid, Brent Rooker, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -105. The guy is hot. He hits left-handed pitching very well. He's going to hit this today. And then we got a 2+ walks at +127. Blanco going against the Houston team that ranks 7th on the year in drawing walks. But then also David Peterson going against the A's, who rank 1st versus drawing walks, so left-handed pitching. 2+ walks from each pitcher at +127.
All right. Very, very good. I like a plus money parlay at any time. Seabass, I'm looking square at you, big boy. What do you like?
We've also got 2 over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI plays. We like Jose Altuve today going up against Zach Little, and then Andrew McCutchen, who's been really hot lately, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
All right, very good. A couple of things in the chat. Liddy says that the show is off the tracks. Tony says, when does a train stay on the tracks for a whole show? Very true. But then Liddy says, when DG is hosting, Tony, I don't know if that's an insult or if that's a compliment to you, DG. I can't quite figure that one out. Robert thinks we should put Let Him Roll on a T-shirt. Soupy says, that's why I love Charles. So we've got all the love. I don't even know. What's all this apologies after we take shots? I've taught you guys better than that. I really, really have. All right.
I wish everybody could have seen Charles's face. Like, he was off screen, but when he was on mute and learned it, his face was priceless. I loved it. I loved it.
I really wish they could see all of the stuff, the chats, the threads, the everything that's behind. That's why I love you guys so much. The crew is amazing. Whether we're taking shots together or not, this is exactly what I envisioned when we started driving the line. And we are really, really growing fast. Real quick, Seabass, where can we find your stuff, sir?
Yeah, so if you look at my screen name there, I dropped down my YouTube channel there. I'm trying to start focusing a little bit more on that as well. But you can find me anywhere on social media at Seabassett33.
Wow, I didn't even know you could fit that underneath your name right over there.
Yeah, I tried it and it went in, so.
You're all good. Don't ever say that again on the show. All right, DG.
The best tournament in Memphis is the FedEx St. Jude. I'm excited this week, but if you have anything you're looking for, if you need 67 units coming your way, follow me over at Daniel Greer. I had to.
All right, I can't wait to see the pictures from the St. Jude with DG just sweating 105 degrees out there, the top 70. I'll be on PGA Tour Live on ESPN Plus. So for the next 2 days, actually 3 days, DG and Z-Man will handle the hosting duties. That's why we build a team. That's why we build a crew. So we all at times can miss shows because we are everywhere. We are spreading the DTL message all over this great world. And today, all of you at home, part of the crew as well. And you know that the Howie Schwab crew play of the day, you're going to go with the Nationals and the Orioles over 9. Very good selection. Last night this hit, and it's going to hit again today as you guys are really starting to get into that flow. I'm really proud of how you guys think about it. You vote on it, and then we all get to play it together. All right. Producer man, as always, thank you for the one shot. We also have a fired up producer man today as well. And if you knew producer man, you would know it takes a lot. But today, tech issues, he hates it. I kind of like when he gets hot too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, hit that like button on the way into the show. It really helps the show grow. And we thank all of you for joining us live every single day. Do not forget, later this afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern time, a live episode, me and Steve Scott, DTL Golf. Also, next Tuesday, we launch DTL, the podcast, every single day, a separate 20 to 30-minute show that's going to be dropping around 1 p.m. Eastern time in addition to the crew exclusive. You'll also get video of that. If you don't want to listen, you can watch the video, but only if you're a member of the crew. We're getting ready to cook, baby. We're getting ready to cook. So with all that being said, it's time for you to go out into the world. Time for you to be kind to one another. Be nice to one another. Pay it forward. Be honest with each other. It's the only way that this thing can work. And understand this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Wednesday tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Lobo, my man from the Dirty Dirty Charles, my man from Memphis, Tennessee, DG, my numbers guy, Rafael Esparza, and the only 5-star chef in the game, Seabass. And never forget about producer man, always behind the scenes making the show look like $1 million. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about, no matter where we are, friendly confines or on the road, right here. It's DTL. Good luck.